Yo everyone, what is going on? Welcome to the video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a full day of eating 1,700 calories and 170 grams of protein. And as I like to remind people from time to time, these are not my personal targets, and I'm more just setting myself those goals to give you some inspiration, some meal inspiration if you're on a low calorie high protein diet. And I have some absolute bangers lined up for today, so I am buzzing to show you. So the time is just after 11 o'clock. I am back from the gym. I'll be showing you that session later on, because now I am absolutely starving and it is time for my first meal. So I am going to be making a frittata, which I recently learned is basically the same thing as an omelette, except you don't fold it over. And I'm going to start by adding 100 grams of this diced white onion to a pan. You can use fresh or frozen, whatever you like, followed by 150 grams of sliced mushrooms. And now that a couple of minutes have passed, I am going to start adding my other ingredients. So I'm going to be using 300 ml of egg white, one large egg, some smoked paprika, some sea salt. Then I am going to chop up 4 of these cherry tomatoes and add them to the top. And now that the bottom is nice and crispy, I am going to put it in the oven until the top turns a nice golden brown color. Okay, let's try slide this girthy thing off the pan and onto the plate. This is always very tough. Oh yes. And it wouldn't be an egg breakfast meal by me without this combo, so I'm going to use 10 grams of reduced sugar and salt ketchup and 10 grams of French's mustard. Okay, let's give this beast a go. It reminds me of Spain. Like, if you went out for breakfast in Spain and asked for an omelette or a frittata or whatever, they would probably come down with something like this. And the great thing about this is that you can eat it hot or cold. So you could prepare a big frittata, split it into like 4 pieces and have it for breakfast, or even bring it in to work for lunch over the coming days. And you can fool yourself into thinking you're having a pizza if you cut it like this. But yeah, before my next meal, I actually want to show you my workout from this morning. So let's cut to that now. Alright everyone, so I am just recording a quick little voiceover to explain how my workout is set up. So you'll see that the flat dumbbell press was labeled A1. You'll see that the cable face pull is labeled A2, and a letter beside a number denotes a superset. So you will see that I am supersetting all of my exercises here, and I actually went through why in my previous video. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up, and if you want more info, watch my previous vid if you have not already. Okay, so a few hours have passed. I am back in the kitchen, and it is time for some lunch, and I'm going to be having a beef fajita wrap, and it is just one of those meals that I know is going to be unreal. I love fajitas, I love any Mexican food really, so let's do it. So to get things started, I am going to be frying 150 grams of 5% less fat mince on the pan, followed by 150 grams of diced white onion and 150 grams of sliced mixed pepper. Then I'm going to add some seasoning into the mix. So I'm going to start with some smoked paprika, some garlic, and some hot chili and sea salt. And now that everything is pretty much cooked, I am going to add in 150 grams of hot salsa, and in 150 grams there is only 45 calories, which is just a calorie bargain. And I'm going to let it simmer away on a lower heat for a few minutes, just so it all comes together and gets nice and thick. And as the wrap, I am using one of these wholemeal tortilla wraps that you get from Tesco. Only 126 calories per wrap, which is pretty good. Alright, it is time to transfer the goods to the wrap, and I wouldn't be the best wrap folder in the world, so bear with me. Okay, shit, I forgot the cheese, so I'm going to be using 20 grams of this 50% less fat cheese. I'll probably sprinkle about 10 or 15 grams on the wrap, and then the rest on the leftovers. Okay, let's fold this baby. So the bottom goes first, and then you bring it in like this, and then you bring the other side in like this. Come on. Jesus. Okay, this looks nice and secure. Nice little hole in here if you want to, you know, practice some stuff. And it is packed to the brim, which you absolutely love to see. And what I'm gonna do is put it in the oven just for a few minutes so the cheese melts and the wrap becomes nice and crispy. Okay, let's give this glorious creation a go. That is just unreal. And another bonus of this meal is the little fajita mix I have on the side, because I think wraps are generally not too filling, so that definitely adds, you know, a bit of volume to the meal. There is so much flavor in here. And if you wanted to get even more adventurous with this, you could add a few meats. So you could add chicken, or you could do like a mixed one where there's prawns in there as well. That would be unreal. Okay, so it is time for some dinner, and yes, I did change my top because I was preparing something just there that I'll be showing you in a little while, and that had a little bit of splashage. But I'm going to be making some cheesy fries. These are the ingredients that I'm going to be using, and I'm pretty sure it's going to taste unreal if I don't screw it up. So let's go. So I'm going to start by adding 250 grams of these fresh skinny chips to a baking tray. And these are pretty much just raw white potatoes chopped into chips, so low on calories and just so convenient. You get them in Tesco. And I'm gonna pop them in the oven for about 30 minutes, and at the 15-minute mark I'm gonna take them out and coat them with some smoked paprika. Okay, so there is 15 minutes left on the chips, so I'm gonna get to work on the other ingredients. And I'm gonna start by adding 150 grams of these little chicken fillets to a pan, followed by 100 grams of sliced mixed peppers and 100 grams of diced white onion. I've gotten very good use out of those peppers and onions today. And let's add some smoked paprika and some garlic as well. And as the creamy cheesy sauce, I'm going to be using this creamy tomato pasta sauce that you get from Tesco. So there is 150 grams in the packet, and that only comes to 87 calories, which is really, really good, especially for a creamy sauce. This actually looks so good, and I'm going to ruin its aesthetics now in a second by pouring a lot of sauce on it. If you don't think this looks good, then we can't be mates. Very, very creamy. That definitely hits the spot, and it's just so different to anything that you'd kind of usually have. Like, I would never have something like this. I have a lot more sauce too, which is good. Okay, so it is time to wrap up this full day of eating with my final meal of the day, and it is actually going to be this raspberry mousse creation that I prepared earlier. So I started by adding 2 sachets of Hartley's sugar-free raspberry jelly to a bowl, and that was followed by 200 ml of water. So about 120 ml of that was boiling water, and I topped the rest up with cold water. Then I added 300 grams or 2 tubs of fat-free quark that you get from Tesco, and if you are not a fan of quark, then 0% yogurt will do just fine. They are pretty much the same in terms of calories and protein, but really good. And then using a hand blender, I blended it all together. I added in some ice along the way just to volumize the mixture a little bit, and then after about 5 minutes, when the mixture became nice and frothy, I put it in the fridge and let it set for about 2 hours or so. And yeah, this is what we are working with now. It's kind of a thick, fluffy, weird consistency. And to add even more flavor to the mousse, I'm going to be using 200 grams of this summer fruit mix that you get from Tesco. And I heated the mix up in the microwave just for about a minute or so, just to make it a little bit less frozen. I'm actually going to sprinkle a teaspoon of powdered sweetener over the top as well. Alright, I am very intrigued by this combination, and one thing I will say about it straight off the bat is that it is so heavy. Like, seriously, you want to feel the weight in this thing. Let's take a nice big chunk. It kind of has the same taste and consistency as one of those marshmallow sweets that you can get. I used to get them on Halloween and things like that. I don't even know where you buy them, but they just always used to be in your little goodie bag. I have to say, I do really like it though, and that is because I have such a sweet tooth, so this kind of hits the spot big time. And it is just so low in calories and so voluminous for the amount that you get. Like, this is so heavy. The berries are low in calorie, jelly is low in calorie. The quark or 0% yogurt, if you're using that, is low in calories. So yeah, I think, you know, if you are looking for a sweet, filling, voluminous, low calorie, high protein snack, this is a shout. Alright everyone, I'm gonna wrap the video up there. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found the recipes useful. I personally think that they were pretty good today. Probably my strongest in a while, I think. Comment below, let me know what you think. But yeah, thank you for watching, and make sure you show your support and give the video a big thumbs up. It really helps a lot. And obviously subscribe if you have not already. I would really appreciate it. So yeah, that is that. I hope you are keeping well, and I will see you next week.